Well, the acting chief executive officer of the Public Procurement Authority, PPA, Frank Mante, says his outfit is working with the public to ensure transparency in the procurement processes. According to him, the PPA organizes training for the private sector to sensitize them on how to go about tenders in line with procurement activities. He was speaking at the 10th Public Procurement Authority Annual Public Forum. We have more in this report.
The Public Procurement Authority is seeking to partner the private sector on procurement processes as part of its vision of pushing for national development. At the 10th Public Procurement Authority Annual Public Forum, the PPA said it would sensitize the public sector on procurement processes for national development. Here's the Acting Chief Executive Officer of the Public Procurement Authority, Frank Mante.
Private sector, I would say, is an active partner in government procurement. This is because Ghana is not a socialist state. Ghana is a capitalist state. It means that the government cannot buy from itself. So the government obviously has to buy from the private sector. And so if government has to buy from the private sector, the private sector itself needs to be prepared to understand what it takes to partner government in public sector procurement. So PPA, specifically under Section 3 of our Procurement Act, we are mandated to build the capacity of the private sector. So in terms of how they respond to tenders that are published. For example, if a tender is published, and then the private sector person goes to buy the tender, they need to understand how to complete it. If they do not have that understanding, what is going to happen is that they will submit a tender that is incomplete. And once it's incomplete, during the evaluation process, that particular private sector person or firm will be dropped. And obviously they would have spent money buying the tender document. Okay, so PPA has always been cautious about helping to develop the capacities of this private sector so that when they are taking part in government contracts, they clearly understand what they need to do.
Also, chairman of the oil and gas sector at the Association of Ghana Industries, Kwame Jantua, commended the PPA on the move.
PPA's annual forum to try as much as possible to get interactive with the people, to tell them what the PPA is actually doing, especially with regards to the law and how the law works with regards to procurement. And I think that is a good thing, because if you bring people in and people get to know the law better, it streamlines everything and makes things much more transparent and accountable. In terms of the AGI is a partner to the PPA in terms of we handle private sector, and private sector mostly are the ones who go in and do procurement on behalf of government. But we should note that the PPA handles more of government procurement than private sector procurement. So it's a thing that they work with the private companies to help procure on behalf of government.
The Public Procurement Authority is embarking on propelling the wheels of the private sector through sensitization on procurement processes to support the Ghana Beyond Aid agenda. James Ishan's report for Joy Business.